So I did a thing. I went to NerdCon. There was one panel that I went to that was about the women of Nerdfighteria, which was fantastic and really talked about how women need to work together instead of tearing each other down, and how YouTube is not necessarily the best environment for that right now. It was moderated by Akila Hughes, who I hadn't seen in a while, so that was really cool to be able to see her live. But there was also Sabrina Cruz and Rosianna Hales Rojos, Hannah Hart, Megan Tonjes, and Haley Hoover. But they talked a lot about how you need to really kind of embrace who you are and understand that there's going to be the haters and to not let that get to you.
There's nothing that anyone's going to say to me that I haven't already heard or already thought about myself when I was younger. Like, I went to middle school. Like, you're not going to say anything. You're not going to say anything that's that bad. And so I think
Went to a live filming of Holy Fucking Science, and it was hilarious. I made some really great friends there because this was the first session that I went to with no one that I knew. So I got to sit next to this girl, Grace, from Cambridge. She went to MIT. We chatted before and after, and it was really cool that you could just sit down. Someone's like, hey, is the seat empty here? You're like, yeah, you could please sit. And they sit with you and you talk, and that doesn't happen at other conferences that I go to, whether it's professional conferences or just other kind of common interest stuff. So it was really cool to be able to have that experience that I went and I sat and I made a friend. I went to the Star Won't Go Out meetup. Shout out to them for kind of being my little conference family. I got to hang out at their booth in the expo hall. It's an organization that I care about. If you don't know about it, it's a organization that helps raise funds to help families who are fighting childhood cancer, and it's all in the name of Esther Earle, who's Lori and Wayne Earle's daughter, who was a nerd fighter. And if you know John Green at all, you know that he gets really emotional when he talks about Esther. Cue closing ceremony clips all over the internet. But it's an organization that I've really kind of taken to, and it was great to be able to see them again and be able to talk about how I'm having my students, college students, reading The Star Won't Go Out for a book club, and how excited they are to kind of be doing that. Their meetup is really great because you got to hear the stories of how people found The Star Won't Go Out and how people found Nerdfighteria, and really the community that is brought together by tragedies like this, and what we can do to kind of help the families that are going through that. It was really great. I went to a live taping of Dear Hank and John, or Dear John and Hank, depending on who you are.
Hank, go. 3, 2, 1, bam.
Hello and welcome to Dear Hank and John.
That was weirdly over the top. Let's try it again.
Today we are live at NerdCon.
I had actually never listened to the podcast before. I just went because it was Hank and John, and I figured I was at NerdCon. I should probably at least go to one thing that was definitely just the two of them. And it was great. It was hilarious. I've now started listening to the podcast from the beginning, so that's going to be my life for a little while. I did go to the mental health panel that had John Green, Rosianna again, Hannah Hart, and Michael Martin, and it was moderated by Michael Buckley. It was really great to kind of hear how they have coped with their different mental illnesses and dealt with the stigma of that and sharing your life on the internet. and what's good and what's not, and what they share and what they don't. It was, what's the word I want to use? It was helpful. It was comforting to know that there are these other humans that are approximately my age, even a little bit older, that are still dealing with these issues, and it's not something that's just cleared up. I went to Question Tuesday on Sunday and saw Hank drink that really gross concoction of hot dogs and peanut butter and hot sauce and stuff. Maureen Johnson ran away because it smelled gross and it looked gross.
I mean, if I freak out smelling it, so
I want everybody, I wish there was a way that we had smell-o-vision in here, that we could just pump the whole auditorium full of what I just smelled.
I need you all to know that the audience could smell it after a while. It wafted. So when John said he wished that we all had smell-o-vision so we could smell it, we could. And then you get to the closing ceremonies, which everyone who was kind of a featured speaker got up, did a little ditty, said their thing. John made everyone cry. We got a cool, great videos. And then that was the end, and everyone descended onto Boston in their own separate ways. No one really wanted it to end. 2 days doesn't seem like enough for a con like this, but it was really great. The week after has been probably one of the best weeks because I was able to reflect on NerdCon and have kind of the changed mentality and changed emotions from that weekend help me through the week. So I'm hoping that's kind of a permanent change. And as I'm staying connected with this community, that it's giving me kind of another group of people to connect with. 'Cause I had been neglecting my internet friends. So hopefully this will help me get back in with my internet friends, because it's nice having people in different places with different experiences, with different views, being able to help you through things. It's not just the same people you see IRL day to day. And then your digital friends and your internet friends are your real friends. So that's my NerdCon vlog. Thank you for watching. Like, subscribe, all that kind of stuff. Social medias are in the below. I feel like I should do something for a thumbnail, but like, I don't do this well. I really don't. Whatever.